Is it recording? All right.
It is yours truly, Rick the Prince here, and you are watching Surface Rick the Prince here.
Truly, Rick the Prince here.
What's good? What's good, guys? Yours truly, Rick the Prince.
And you are watching.
Yo, what up? This is Michael Aristotle, represent that east side, that east chain. You know what it is. I just did my interview with Beneath the Surface on Surface Town.
But I couldn't stick, now your friends in your ear telling you I should've hit on track to get everything that I couldn't get. Goddamn, just like this, take a step like that. Guaranteed you be calling right back. Cold shoulder, arm with an ice pack. Gotta keep it cool, ain't tryna watch my back. Niggas hate me, girl, I can't explain. Seen a bigger picture, can't refrain. Lost some women that I can't rename. Lost some women that I can't.
All right, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm great. I'm great.
We got Bossman in the building. Michael Aristotle, man.
Yes,
thank you
sir.
so much. This
Eastside.
is the finale.
Nice.
If you're watching this, obviously you are. This is the finale.
Yep.
I am your boy, Rick the Prince. This is Beneath the Surface. We're here with Michael Aristotle, the talented
What's going on?
brother himself. Now, I'm just gonna get right into it.
Okay.
Freestyle.
Yeah. Oh, you like it?
Yes, man. That shit's fire, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
That shit's fire. One thing about freestyle, I always love freestyling is its own culture.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because not everybody can do it. It's a skill that just sets you above the rest. Like like it's just a different vibe. And I've always loved like when my favorite rappers hopped on a beat.
Yep.
And just like on some I'm about to show you what I can do type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
tell me your love for that and why you do those every so often.
It's just how I started. You know, I started recording myself when I was like 14. Willie, he records me now, Willie Hendrix.
Yeah.
You know, he records me now and he also produces the beats. But before I had any beats by anybody, before I was making my own songs, I was remixing everybody else's song. So it's kind of like practice for me, you know, because the past year I felt like, because I also songwrite. So I felt like I was kind of in that lane a little bit too much and I was getting rusty with my raps. So whenever I do like the freestyle thing, it's kind of to sharpen my tools, you know, just try to get better. I'm trying to get better at everything. Yeah. And also just to correct that, I don't want people to think it's just like, oh, everything is just off the head. He just goes in there off the head, blah, blah. You know, I call it a freestyle more so because it's free form. Yeah. You know, it's all over the place. So of course it'll all be in my head. I might, like the Toot freestyle, that was in my head for like a week. I just had to write it down. Yeah. So I like to be organized. You know, I look at raps like patterns. How can I go from this flow to that flow and, you know, not lose breath, that type of thing. Toot freestyle, I did that in one take, you know, which I'm proud to say.
Yeah, you said
I'm proud. Yeah. I'm proud. I did that in one take. Yeah. So yeah. That's my
great.
love for it.
Yeah. And you did it on the Erica Banks beat. Yep. You know, a frequent collaborator of yours.
Absolutely.
You know, you got Smash, Swim, so many records, Famous. Y'all done did together.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about, you know, your relationship with her and yeah.
Well, I met Erica through Willie. She had hit up Willie. At the time, Willie was like, yo, I know this girl. She's so dope. Her name Erica Banks. And you know, sometimes he'll tell me certain stuff and I'm always like, yo, show me. Like, I want to see it. Yeah. And I had this song, Want It, which, you know, that ended up being our first song. And I had just an open verse on it. That's why my verse is first. And he said, I bet, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just send it to her and, you know, let you hear it first. Yeah. So she do the verse, send it back. And this is the first time I'm hearing Erica on that song, Want It.
No, that was the first song.
Yeah, first time I even heard her rap.
Fire. So
after I heard that, I'm like, yo, she is crazy, you know? And she came to Atlanta. That's when we did Famous. And months later, did Smash, did Swim, did so many other things, you know? So many other songs that's about to come out now. And yeah, I went to Dallas to do a show, so we just it became like a fam thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? we done had dinner at, our mom crib. Like, it just became like a real deal family, real tight. Shout out Sergeant J, her producer.
Shout out.
Yeah.
So, you're from Brooklyn, born in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn.
Born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You came here.
Yep.
I thought that was very interesting because I'm from Indiana. I came here when I was 8.
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
I came from Indiana when I was 8 years old, and it was a culture shock, man.
Yeah, it had to be.
In the Midwest, ain't shit going on up there. And then I just remember when I came down here, it was number T.I., number Luda, Ying Yang Twins, Lil Jon, Sierra, Cherish. Like, this is all I heard.
Heavy.
And I was like, what is this? You know what I mean? So I wanted you to talk about like your experience from living up there and then coming here, and how was that?
Yeah, I left New York, Brooklyn. I left Brooklyn when I was 6 years old, I think. And I came to Florida. So I was there for like a year and a half. Yeah, I went to Florida first.
Okay.
So I was there for a year and a half. I'm still a kid. I'm seeing all these like white people for the first time. Because in Brooklyn, it's very diverse. It's like Puerto Ricans. My babysitter was like from Trinidad. Just a lot of people, Italians, different people, different walks of life.
Right.
And now I'm like one of the only black kids in a white school in Florida. And then we left there after like a year and a half. Came to Atlanta. I remember my mom, before I moved here, my mom was like, hey, do you want to meet Usher and Jermaine Dupri? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Right.
Well, we're moving to Atlanta, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So I'm thinking, I'm just going to meet all these people like as soon as I, get there. But I came here, the first thing my dad said was like, welcome home, son, because he meant it's so many black people.
Yeah.
It was the first time like I'm just around nothing but black people. And yeah, it was definitely, for me, it was definitely different. Like I was like, oh wow, like I feel like, wow, I belong here, it was like, the first thing I heard when I got here was like, crazy enough, Outkast. I just remember coming to the city and hearing Outkast in Killer Mike, the whole world, the whole world, that,
Classic.
and Usher, you don't have to call, like,
classic.
My first time hearing like V103 when they used to play the Ludacris version, and just all these different things, and I'm like, wow, this city is very interesting. And at the time, I'm probably only like 8 or 9 years old, so from there, I grew up here, moved from Stone Mountain to Ellenwood, which is in between, Lithonia, Decatur.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I was just moving around a lot. I was absorbing everything. I was used to moving around. I was switching hella schools, all that. Yeah.
Now, YTZ.
Oh wow. Holy crap.
We're gonna take it back. Take it back. YTZ. I was listening to Sorry Mama. Where you were talking about how you got your name and all that stuff, and this is interesting because an artist's name is very important. Very. You know what I mean? I want you to take me back to this time where you had that name and in that time of your life.
Yeah, YTZ. That was my thing. It was me. I was coming into myself. I was usually shy, usually quiet. So YTZ comes from, it was basically Young T. And at the time, Wayne was the hottest rapper. So all my friends would hype me up and be like, oh, instead of like Weezy, oh, Teezy, And because my last name was Talbert, my actual name is Quentin Talbert. So I took the T. They just called me Teezy. And yeah, YTZ was like, I didn't want to say Young Teezy, I said, oh, YTZ, that sounds different. Yeah. So I did that and started rapping around, my high school, MLK. I was passing CDs, like burnt CDs, writing on it. Right. And that's how I made a name for myself.
See, people don't understand that. Yeah. Like nowadays, it's just like you upload stuff. People used to actually be on
hand
your
to
block.
hand.
Like, just listen.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's how it originated, and it was nothing but freestyle. I was just passing out, and like people, certain kids like we in high school. They don't really care if it's good or not. They know this person has your CD.
Yeah.
So they're like, let me get a copy. And then when they find out, oh, he can actually rap. Like, he's cool. I just started building my name. I started doing talent shows, rapping in the hallways. And it was my way to open up because I was so quiet. I'm so used to moving around. I don't really know how. I'm trying to adjust always, trying to make new friends. And to the point I just got exhausted. I got tired. I'm like, all right, whoever I make friends with, cool.
Yeah.
But I really started liking, rapping. Like it really felt like an outlet. And the more I, started doing that, the more I was able to open up to people. Right. So yeah, that was definitely the gateway. YTZ was my gateway to, I guess, being social a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you got Michael Aristotle from the Kanye Generator.
Yeah.
What time around that was?
That was 2012. Okay. 2012. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to kick it with this girl. She was older than me. I always wanted her. Mm-hmm. Didn't happen. She went to college. She was older than me, so we went to the same school, but she went to college before I did. Mm-hmm. And she would come back every summer, and I pull up at her crib. I thought I was fly. I got my license now. I'm in my dad's car, mm-hmm. and we would just kick it. She liked Kanye, so I played none but Kanye albums. Yeah. And she's rapping every word. And she put her name in the Kanye West name generator, and I forgot what name it was. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. That looked cool. So I went home, I put my name in the generator, and Malcolm Aristotle came up. Mm-hmm. And the Malcolm part, I was like, it don't really got a ring to it, like Malcolm Aristotle. Yeah. It's weird. So I flipped it to Michael. Also, because I love like Michael Jackson, and it's different. It's different Michaels that just kind of made an impact. Yeah. And Michael Aristotle, and it was like ding. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a. So for that whole year, I didn't really make it my rap name. I was gonna make a mixtape and call it Michael Aristotle, where I'm just rapping over different type of stuff. But then Willie, he was pushing for it. He was like, yo, change your name to that. Because the music I was making started to sound like the name Michael Aristotle. Yeah. And that's when I changed it, like top of 2013.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to your project Tony. Okay. That you dropped. EP.
Yep, EP. Yep.
Fire.
Thank you.
Fire. The sound is so crisp. That album cover. Yeah. With the signature hair, man.
Yeah, the high top.
Yeah. Take me back to that project. How long did it take? What were you going through in your life when you were making that one?
I was having fun, It was 2017. I had dropped Mega Millions December 2016. Yeah. So after that, I just wanted to have fun. I did my first concert and sold it out, surprisingly. Mm-hmm. And I was making a lot of high energy music. My raps were changing. My hair was getting more like popular than me and stuff. And it was like, I don't know. It was like a Willie Hendrix like photo shoot. And shout out Kadria. And Kodak was hiding. And she was taking pictures of Willie, and she needed to test her camera for something. Yeah. So she was like, Mikey, get in the shot, just do something, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, get the back of my high top. Mm-hmm. And she took the photo, and I was like, oh, this is a tight photo. Mm-hmm. And I put a parental advisory. This is before I even knew I was gonna name it Tony. And I don't know, we were just having a lot of fun around that time. I was drinking a lot. I had got first apartment. Okay, we got into it. Was just it was free. It was wild, and it just reminded me of all the stories my mom would tell me. My mom named Antoinette. They call her Tony for short. Okay. And I was like, I don't want to make an album. I want to make an EP. Short. That's short for an album. Mm-hmm. And I was like, let me just call it Tony. I just want to let it kind of pay homage to my mom, because she had dreams, but she had to put those on hold for me and my little brother, my little brother Casey. So, I always said, you know what, I'm gonna pay homage through my music, and I called it Tony. She was ecstatic about it. you could hear her, you know, of course, the voicemail at the end of the album. I mean, not the album, the EP. And yeah, I just wanted to capture it. And Willie was like, yeah, you should definitely name it Tony. Not only to pay homage, but her energy was young, wild, and free, you know, around the time like she was handling her dreams. She wanted to be a ballet dancer. So yeah, I said, you know what? This the project. I'm gonna do that. And, you know, we having fun. We just putting these songs together. It only took me like 3-4 months to make my shortest project process ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like we couldn't have this conversation without bringing up Willie Hendrix.
Absolutely.
Very important part of you and your art.
Yep.
I want you to talk about your relationship and how y'all built this magic, because it's very important when you're able to find somebody that you can create with.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's like my brother, you know. I always call him like my big brother. Even though we just our birthdays are like a week apart.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Weird, right? And yeah, we met when I was 12 years old. You know, and like I said, I'm quiet, I'm shy. I don't know how to really just jump out there and make friends. Yeah. And I think it was like we had these hallways in like Salem Middle, and our hallway was 7B, right? They had it in teams. So we the only 2 kids at our locker in the morning. You know, everybody else doing their thing. And I see him, he see me, and he was like, yo, what up, man? I'm Willie, man. Like, remind you, we 12, right?
Right.
And the first thing in my head, I'm like, yo, he's nice, man. Like, you know, because it's so hard to make friends, and you know, everybody's so mean and got their own thing going on, man.
Especially in school.
Yeah, in
Everybody
school.
trying to have this
persona, a-holes, man. Like, and we kids, we on the east side, you know, we from there, so he was, you know, he was like, yeah, man, I'm Willie. I'm like, oh man, I'm, you know, I tell him my name, and from there, every time I would see him around, I would just be like, yo, I know if I have any homie, that's my dog right there, you know? Yeah. And we didn't do no music around then, you know, we still kids. By the time I get to 9th grade, I think, that's when I'm handing out CDs, you know? I'm handing out CDs, making a name. Willie run across it, and he was like, yo, I didn't know you rap. I'm like, yeah, I rap. Like, he checked it out. He was like, man, you hard, you know? And at that time, he's around the corner from Zaytoven, right when him and Gucci going up in the neighborhood. So he gets his own equipment, and he about to switch schools to Arabia Mountain. And at that time, that was like a new school that was forming. And he was like, yo, I'm about to switch schools, but you can still come to my crib on the weekends and record. Like, I got all my equipment, I got a mic, I got this, I got that. And me, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. And go to his crib, I record. And after that day, I never recorded anywhere else. I just recorded at his spot. That's great. You know, like all these years, you know, people would be at the football games, all these different things, and I would be there recording. Yeah. We would just be working, just figuring it out. So I'm like 16 by now. And from 16, working. Yeah, so then he started producing for me. Like, once we got 18, I made like a mixtape called Teaser Live 3. And that was the first thing he produced for me. Like, he started sampling stuff. And I'm like, oh, this the sound. Yeah, like, this is our sound. And then we made a name for each other. And after that, you know, we was like, all right, this how we gonna come in the game, you know? Just like Snoop, Dre, all of that. This is how we gonna come in. We got our own sound, our own thing. You know, that's how we gotta do it. So that's my brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's my brother.
Shout out, man.
Shout out Willie, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the golden ticket.
Okay.
Yes. 10-day recording session.
Yeah.
With Dreamville.
Yeah.
Iconic moment.
Very.
You know, that created the Dreamville project.
Yep.
And you were there for that.
Yep.
Tell me about that experience, man.
Yeah, crazy. Like, insane. Still don't believe I got to experience that. Like, I didn't get invited. Like, I know people thought I got invited, but I was living at the studio.
Yeah.
You know, like, we lost the apartment. My own management at the time, I was over at Tree Sound Studios.
Yeah.
I started living there. You know, I was living in like this like little like cubby space and stuff. So I'm living in the back of the studio. I meet Cole the night he's making a lot, you know, with 21. Not making, 21 already had it.
Yeah.
But he came to the studio, heard it. That's why he was like, he just coming, you know, he's coming back from the, you know, hearing a lot. Like, he's on the highway, he's heading to North Carolina. Like, I met him right before he got in the car to go, you know, record it. So yeah, I got lucky, you know. I got lucky. I'm living there every day, so I'm there when he forms the idea, like, yo, I could record, you know, Revenge of the Dreamers 3 here.
Yeah.
And he does it. Comes back 2 weeks later, and for 2 weeks they was there. And I'm meeting everybody, you know. I'm meeting all the producers I looked up to, all the rappers I looked up to. You know, I see T-Minus in the hallway. Yeah. I'm giving him his flowers, like, yo, man, T-Minus, man. You know, like, man, you don't know how much you say, right?
Yeah.
So then T-Minus is like, all right, come with me. Go into the back studio room.
Yeah.
Me and T-Minus back there. And it's like 3 other people. I don't know Cole finna walk in the room, and Cole was just everywhere, you know, in the sessions. Yeah. Cole walks in the room and they start mixing Middle Child month before it comes out. So I'm hearing it for the first time. Like, yo, he's finna go crazy.
Because that was a sound that he hadn't done before.
No.
It was different for him to do that record.
Man, I heard some other shit that was so crazy. Like, they like, he is like, Cole is incredible, man. Like, I can't put it into words, man. And just meeting him and him being so cool and humble, like, this man in gym shorts and T just walking around, man, and embracing people and working. You know, he was everywhere. He was putting work in, like, in them sessions, and everybody else was too, man. Everybody that's blowing up right now, you know, they was putting in work. Unfortunately, you know, of course, I didn't get to get on the project. You know, I could have pushed harder, but I was still able to meet so many different people, and it's a time of life I will never forget. You know, and I know I say I got lucky, but I was supposed to be there.
You were meant to be there.
Yeah, I was supposed to see all these things. You know, it was so much inspiration and just motivation to just really get on my shit. You know, I was like, yo, I gotta come with it. That way next time I'm all over something like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So after that, you drop Almost There.
Yeah.
Now, this is the album.
Yeah. First.
Yes.
First one.
Very important. First of all, the moodiest hair.
Yeah.
7 minutes. The moodiest haircut cover I had ever seen. I'm like, I want my hair cut like that.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Iconic project, really, man. Why was this the album?
Yeah, just I was like, if I'm gonna make a debut album and it's gonna be independent, I want to put my all into it. I'm gonna see how big I can make it look. You know, the girl on the cover, that's Nicolay.
Shout out.
Nicolay, Nick Space on Twitter, and I knew her from drama class in high school, and so it was all just it was just kind of like a full circle moment. Yeah. You know, Almost There was full circle for me. I was almost I'm closer to my dreams, closer than I've ever been. All of my friends that are on the album, all of them are blowing up. Grip, Deontay, all of them going crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I want you guys to be a part of this moment with me. Like, I feel like I'm getting close, but y'all the closest right now. And Almost There, it was such a time, man. I worked on that thing 2 years. Yeah. So many songs, 120 something songs made, and narrowed it down to 15. Like, craziest time of my entire life. Yeah. Ever. Yeah. Almost There.
Sorry, Mom, I love that record. Reason.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love Reason.
The intro where you just giving the real, being very transparent.
Yep.
Love that one.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
man.
Thank
yes.
You. Yeah.
So like, I don't know if it was like right after that, but around that time, we went into a pandemic.
Yep. That week it dropped. Crazy.
Like, and I know,
Wow.
just thinking back, it seemed like so fucking long ago.
Yeah.
But I know so many people had so many plans for the year,
Yes.
so many things that they were going to do.
Yes.
And the pandemic literally just said, nope,
Yep.
y'all are going to sit your ass down.
Ended it.
Ended it completely. Tell me what was going on in your life during that time?
Just weird. You know, I was like, wait, is this finna be the apocalypse? Like, did I just drop my album and now the world is about to end? You know, like, yeah, no, like I dropped it the day right before the NBA shut down. The day right before.
That's when I knew shit was real.
That's when we all knew it was real.
Yeah.
And had my release party. That was the last event we was in before the city had shut down.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, damn, like this is my chance. Like I had so many videos lined up. I had a concert lined up. I had so many things lined up, and it all went away. And I was like, damn, all right, knocked a few steps back. I gotta try to go crazier. So I just started recording, you know, more music. Started working on the next album. You know, that's about to come. Hopefully this year. Yeah. You know, if everything goes good, you know, you never know it, but it made me be on my toes. So I don't know. I couldn't see family for a minute. It was a weird space. I was really like down, you know. I was definitely sad. Just because I felt like I put so much in to almost there. And it was like everything just changed in a split second. I was like, all right, cool. It's just not time yet. You know, it's not time yet. So I'm gonna just go harder. So yeah, I was just learning during that period, that pandemic. Yeah. So we bring you to today. We have, you know, the Toot remix, Toot freestyle just dropped, Clap freestyle, which you also went crazy on. Crazy. What's the rest of this year looking like for you, man? Album. Yeah.
Next year?
Yeah, next album. Yeah, the next one. Almost done with that. Getting it right, getting it together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and more music. Before the album, I'm still dropping singles, more freestyles. I just want to be super present. I want to be more present than I was at the end of last year. I want to really like push myself. Like I want to go hard. Like all these freestyles, all these singles, this album, you know, the East Chain, my collective, like we're coming together for a project.
Okay, I like
Got that coming, all these singles. I'm like, you know what? What happens if I could just go crazy for a whole year? Like if I just go crazy the rest of this year, what could happen? The worst that could happen is I just got more content for you to choose from. You know,
like nothing bad.
Nothing bad. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just go hard. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. What would look like on time?
2 minutes. All right. Yeah. Because I wanted to say this before we get out of here, man. Your art, your talent, man, I really, really want you to keep going, man.
Thank you.
Like, you've already made it. You already made it. Like I judge success based off of the art.
Word.
And it's already there, man. So just keep doing you, man.
Absolutely.
And
yes, thank you.
Absolutely. If you want anybody to follow you, listen to your music, where can they do that at?
Go on Instagram. Michael Aristotle. On Twitter, it's Mikey Aristotle. It was too many characters. It's crazy. People be thinking my name's like Mikey Aristotle. But yeah, everywhere else is just Michael Aristotle. But on Twitter, it's Mikey Aristotle. So yeah, follow me.
Absolutely. I'm yours truly, Rick the Prince. You just watched Beneath the Surface.
Let's get it.
Check out this man.
Eastside, let's go. East Chain, EastChainWorldwide.com. You know what it is.
We out, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
We did it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'ma pour that liquor up. I'ma roll that swisher up. She gon' break up with her man. She gon' phone that nigga up. Hold a nigga up. If it's a problem, I'm hitting up Billy and he gon' fold that nigga up. Cutting records, then I sew that shit together. Word to Riri, I told her kiss it better. Snakes in the grass and we mow that shit together. I was broke as a bitch, I could cry, but the man in the mirror said hold that shit together. Ain't no love in their heart, they gon' pick you apart. That's as soon as they know your shit together. Now we stacking deposits, don't lack with my concept. Shout out all the producers, I'm holding y'all packages hostage. I'm blacker than Logic, but that ain't a diss, nigga, I don't do gossip. I'm just watching the world go crazy like a nigga in the back of a mosh pit. Sat in the back of the class of my college, damn. I'm in all black, but I am not gothic. They bring your name up, we switching the topic. When you speaking on me to be cautious. Her spirit animal is ostrich. Oh, really? Where the dope boy, man, the flow.